Hi folks, Vlad here from HeavyPlay.net, and this is the second part of Beginner's Guide for Stellaris Utopia. This part is going to be all about diplomacy. If you haven't seen the first part, check it out, there will be a link in the description. But now let me quickly tell you about diplomacy. I have loaded another game that I played, and I'm playing as United Nations of Earth, because in the first game I haven't really had so many contacts with species, and I wasn't prepared to like run for 20 hours to get them. So here we are. So quickly, diplomacy in Stellaris is not as it is in your usual strategy game. It's complicated. It's more complicated. Of course, every Paradox player wants more and more complexity to it, more options. But as it is, this game is not your clear-cut, you're my ally or my enemy. By judging you, your traits, your actions, what you do, that all determines how you're going to be relating to a specific alien race. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, here we have the different races, the different species, as well as special factions. You will see these like Artist Enclave and Curator Enclave. There is also a Trader Enclave. Those are like star bases. Let's say Trader Enclave, Curator Enclave, for example, can have several star bases across the entire universe, and if you have access to them, you know, you start working out specific deals. So, I have ordered this one. So let's see. If you click at this, you will see the best opinion top, and as you scroll down, you will see the worst opinion people have. So, essentially, if I look at this Andy Gonj administration, just my, here they are, so these people here, I have entered a federation with them, and it took me a long time to persuade them that this is it. So, if you go through them, you have to click the sign to open diplomacy. I will just click communicate, and you will open up the what you can do with them. But first of all, let's go through this part. This is the opinion of us, plus 320 is really good. They're a member of Sanguine Concord Federation. It's a federation that I have founded, and I'm the main member of it. United Nations of Earth. I just won it for achievement, to be honest. And they have trade deals with these people, they're rivals with these people, and so forth. And they have Federation Association status with Sin Order. I don't know why they're supposed to have. I suppose, yeah, if I remember correctly, I give Sin Order the possibility to get into the Federation status. So these are migration treaties, closed borders, and so forth. This is their relative power. When you scroll over this, you'll say their fleet power is inferior compared to ours. Naval capacity is equivalent. Technology level is equivalent. So Federation and so forth. And as you click through these different races, different people, see, for example, this is not a classic faction, not an alien race. They're just like a corporation, for example. It's people you can trade with, you can do certain stuff with, but you cannot close deals, you cannot wage war or whatnot. And by checking these, for example, if you pay attention here, see, this is how many colonies they have. This is the population number they add to towards us, and you know, their power. This is always the most important thing. How are they? Are they stronger than us? Do they have a better fleet? Because in the end, it's all about this number here. How big is your fleet? You know, because diplomacy, yeah, when diplomacy fails, starships with rockets and lasers, they get to the talking. So, let me check. For example, let's talk with the. Oh, of course, you can. This list can be sorted out through different features, different statistics. And you can click off all empires, primitives, and others. Now you only have empires that you are in contact with. If you add others, you will get the artists. You can click them off, and you just think, oh, that's it. That's what we need. So let's, for example, let's let's unlist the artists and just stick with these guys. So you can see their status with different countries, what they have, and different races, what they have, what they don't have. And we click to communicate. Then we will have these following abilities. First off, this is their stance towards us. We are delighted to see you, beautiful human sphinxes. How can we be of assistance? They're awesome. So we have, we can offer them a trade deal and say we'll give you energy credits for something, minerals for something, food, excess food, strategic resources. I can transfer a system to them if I want to, or I just offer them research agreement. Let's see. Research agreement I offered them says -2. They are not willing to accept it, and I can deal. I specify the deal length in years, but they are not really eager to accept it. So, what can I do? Let's say I give them a little bit of minerals and see if that helps them. So now it's 0, but in order to accept, it should be at least number 1. And if I give them more, that's going to improve their opinion of us. So I just hit confirm, and we're currently paused. And pause again. What? Oh, these guys have insulted me. Your democratic ideals are a blight on this galaxy, and so is the United Nations of Earth. Okay. Yeah, these guys are, they don't really like me, and they have started out much bigger, but we have kind of this race here, Pius Vex Klanga Grand Duchy. You know, all these races have one in common, are really hard to pronounce, and me on this side, we kind of carved into them. Yeah, but let's hit play again. Ah, yeah, now the answer. So, very well, we find this offer acceptable, and they're going to be happy about that offer. So, hit back, go back to communicate, and right now, if we hover over their opinion, it's bigger than it was before. It was 320, if I'm not mistaken. Now it's 324, and says favorable trade deal +4. And, you know, basically, if you want to push the opinion of them towards you, you better give them, you know, give them stuff, give them presents, stuff like that. But you, of course, you cannot give them presents per se. Like you could in other games, you can just say, here's the deal, I'll give you this and that, and I'm just simply not going to ask anything in return, and they really like that. So if you check out the other stuff, such as interference policies, xenophilia, xenophile, diplomacy, trust, mutual rivals, federation, blah blah and so forth, you'll get the score calculated. Here, as well as before, you can see the number of planets they have, population, attitude towards us, inferior, equivalent, naval capacity and technology level, and yeah, that's it. You can see, you can crush this, you can crunch the numbers down and see what happens and why does it happen as it is. So we have already migration treaties, so this enables us to exchange, people can travel freely between our empires. I can say leave federation, you know, I can drop it out from them. So I cannot demand vassal. Here's the acceptance is -1050, base -15, federation -1000. I cannot demand tribute. I can ask to be their vassal. I can offer tribute. I can insult them, and I cannot kick them from federation because I need 3 votes. And I can close borders. I don't think I can even. Yeah, I can close borders right now. But this is what I can do with them. Basically, all the things that you cannot do with a specific species. Let's say that let's choose these guys, and I want to offer a migration treaty, and they don't really like us, so they're going to be saying, "Nah, get away." This is their opinion of us. It's really law, and you can somewhat, depending on what you're doing, if you offer them non-aggression pact, that's good. If you offer them migration treaty, they can be happy about that as well. The one thing that you can do to make your opponents, to make your people happy and your opponents really unhappy, is to declare rivalry. So this is it. If these guys, these are here, you know, this is the the race here, the pious Fixklanger Grand Duchy, they were really big. Actually, they were spreading all over here until recently, and the Nurian Enlightened Kingdom is spreading out now, but they were like really, really huge. These guys are my... also, if you zoom in and you click here, you can have open a direct communication with them. I have declared them my rival. What does that mean? It means it gives me a specific influence in each month when I declare them as a rival, and they are my pronounced enemies. So if I insult them, whatever I do, I get influence from that. It's just like I have declared you my enemy. It's a cold war between us. It's not an official war, but it's cold war. So and we have started out with actually good relationships, and it took a long time, but it gradually deteriorated. And you see, for one, that's border friction, because you're both expanding and we're both building bases on the border, so it gets really, really ugly really quick. So there are rivals, -100, and I have rivals with allies. Yeah, that's, you know, and that's it. And we are allied to rivals. So when you see this number, this is what causes us to dislike us a lot. So I can end rivalry offers. These are the things, as you can see with the grayed out options are not going to work. Only these things that you can check can you try. And if I offer the migration treaty, says should we take it, should we not take it, they're probably not going to take it. Except, no, they're definitely not going to take it. -1140, so I'm not even going to try. But this is how it works with the diplomacy with them. So these are these guys, these species, these factions, these space races can be useful to you if you do a proper diplomatic approach. You can always, let's see if I can say I have strategic resource, they have none. Let's see, it's a little bit complicated because you can't really see who has a specific resource that you need, or at least they haven't figured it out. But for example, these guys, they love me a lot. Where are they? This and this system, they're basically a vassal. Just a second, come on. They're vassals, and they would love to become a part of our empire. They just said we are too small, we cannot survive without you. Can we please be your vassals? Okay, that's good. They have a great opinion about us. However, I cannot yet integrate them because I don't have sufficient influence, so I'm letting them, you know, be as they are right now. I can release them, you know, that's no problem. They can be independent, but they probably got scooped up by these big guys that I have, you know, kind of freed them from. So yeah, that. And finally, let me just tell you quickly about these other specific factions, so to speak, but not real factions, not species races, but just people that are like corporations, for example, associations. If you have an artist enclave, you can click to them and say, we want to commission an art piece. I'm currently they are my patron. I am patron to them. I'm giving them money, I'm giving them minerals, and they really like that because they have a really high opinion of us. And I can say, oh, we want to have a commission an art piece, and it's going to give us specific bonuses on a planet, but I don't need it at the moment, so I will get out of that deal. Let me just say, yeah, organize a festival across our worlds. This is what's going to cost us, and it's going to be +15 happiness, -10 growth time. So yeah, let's do it. I mean, I don't care about influence right now, it's not so important. And yeah, that's what we can do. Let's check out the trader enclave. You can trade for minerals or energy credits. So basically say, I will take 1000 minerals for 2000 credits. Basically, you know, this is the ratio. If you have a surplus of anything, contact them and trade with them. And there's also a possibility to trade specific resources if they have it. If they don't, yeah, that's it. It gives you a bonus to your species and your entire empire. So that was artist, trader, let's say curator. What they do, they can help us in research. Currently they're helping us, and it costs you like 5000 energy, I would say. And you can ask them, tell us mysteries about the universe, dimensional horror. There was also this Star Fortress chain event. They give you hints about how to deal with that. So you can all tell them, tell me about that, how will we fare against the battle. Yeah, you have a mighty fleet, you will definitely kill it. But it's here, and I kinda not in good relationships with the past Vexklanga Grand Duchy, so I cannot get to there. I want to kill it, but you know, it's a mean thing out there. So yeah, and finally what we got, like, straight, was it curators, traders, yeah, that's what it is. And basically this is it. So this is the short rundown about diplomacy, just so you get the hint. When these here will give you a sufficient information about you know, the Federation status, who is your rival, who is not, who do they have trade agreements with, who are they friendly with, and who are they like on bad footing, as they say. So this can help a lot. It's important to know that in Stellaris there's one specific thing when it comes to diplomacy. You cannot just your fleet size, your military power is very important, but it's not the only important thing ever. You have to have good relationship with your neighbors, and if you start spreading out like a plague, nobody's going to like you. They're going to be more and more suspicious of you, and the border friction modifier will grow, and that's a minus numbers, it's red numbers, and those are never good. So the people are going to start perceiving you as a threat, and that's one good thing that Paradox games have. Basically, if a specific player, specific faction starts growing beyond proportion, others start uniting themselves against them. So that's a neat thing that you should probably pay attention to. And yeah, that would be it as far as the diplomacy is concerned. So it's just a small, quick rundown, so you can figure out if you add primitives. Those are basically civilizations that are still not risen to the starfaring capabilities. Sometimes you run into them your own, or in your empire, and you can help them develop, or you can abuse them. You can do research on them, kidnap them, you know, stuff what you want. You can just conquer them, depending on what kind of federation, what kind of space empire you have. Are you a democratic society? Are you a dictatorship? So yeah, and that would be it. As far as the diplomacy is concerned, it's not everything that it could be. For example, you cannot just there are a lot of options that are missing. Sometimes you will get into conflict with other species because you are following a chain of events, for example, and it says do military exercises in order to improve our efficiency, and they will say your military buildup on our borders we perceive it as a threat, stop it. Or they will say, oh, do not colonize that planet, it's too close to our space, stop it, or we'll get really mad at you. But there's still options missing. There's still it can be improved, you know, but as it is, it's one of the most complicated and deep diplomacy systems in Paradox games, in those 4X games I have seen so far. So that will be it for the second part, for Beginner's Guide to Diplomacy in Stellaris Utopia, and tune in soon for the third part. Have a great day. Ciao.